So this brings us to why the FedEx Cup Fall points matter. So obviously we know that it's the top 125 in FedEx Cup points who get to keep their card, and they keep working for the following year. The guys who essentially made it into the playoffs, they're locked. It doesn't matter. No matter if everybody else got all the points in the world, those guys are locked in. But number 171 through 125, they can all be bumping around, moving, anything could happen. Well, the FedEx Cup Fall is their chance to get the last points of the year to lock themselves into the top 125. And that's why these guys who didn't make the playoffs need these tournaments and are beyond happy that Scottie Scheffler generally doesn't show up to Napa for this tournament. So that's what I kind of think is a little bit funny about this, where this tournament, $6 million purse, obviously kind of sounds like a lot of money, but in terms of professional golf really isn't. You're not seeing these guys show up. It's generally the 171 through 125 guys out there duking it out to try and get themselves some additional FedEx Cup points.
Or you got to be like maybe in the bottom of that list, like you're the 150s, 140s, and you don't want to fall out.
Yes. Yeah, well, think of this. 10 guys didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
So that means they're not playing the weekend. They're not even, picking up some scrap points, because the other thing where that matters is it also shifts your OWGR ranking, which affects your ability to get into majors, as well as your FedEx Cup points determine if you're getting into signature events. So it's really wild to think that these guys throwing a spare tournament onto the schedule to have a little bit of a Ryder Cup warm-up actually sends ripples through the entire PGA Tour and all the guys who are, these career journeymen, long-term players. And I would really be quite interested to know, could you work out the right kind of math to figure out, are there any guys, because of this weekend, get bumped out, they're back down at Q School or Korn Ferry Tour, or getting limited starts for next year because of the shockwaves that are left behind from these guys heading out to Napa and playing golf?
Now, I have a question.
Go on.
So, Ben Griffin, before this year, he was playing all these low ball tournaments. Do you think he had this already written in his schedule? Because usually they have their whole year written.
Because he got the win earlier this year and he's locked in for 2 years. So I think because he played all the way through the FedEx Cup where these guys all didn't, these guys are out here duking it out. I think he would be tanning the rest of the forehead by now.
Well, I mean, these guys could have just gone to a place everyone could go together and just play for a weekend. They didn't have to go to a tournament.
They could have whooped up on anybody at a local club.
Yeah, I know.